Welcome back. The EFF Student Command is reportedly planning to shut down universities. This as institutions refuse to allow walk-in registration. Now, the EFF also wants free registration for students who failed the 2018 academic year. Now, the new academic year, of course, begins next Monday. Our reporter Ati Mtungana is tracking that story for us. Ati, you're joining us from the University of the Western Cape. Perhaps just give us an update on the situation there.
Let's start with the numbers, Michelle, here at the University of the Western Cape. Not so long ago, we spoke to the registrar of the University of the Western Cape, and speaking to her about the numbers, this is where we stand. So there's roughly about 40,000 applications at this university alone for the 2019 academic year. And the university can only take about 4,500 students for this 2019 academic year. Now, the question comes as to where does that leave out the rest of the other students? Well, there is an online registration central system that has been made available for all tertiary institutions across the country. Now, this seems to be a system that does not work for some, as we have the EFF standing by with me saying that some students cannot access that online central system to apply, and those are the late applications, Michelle. However, when we spoke to the registrar, she said to us that they've already assisted about 300 late applications at this particular university. Now, there's a lot of fears about whether students can walk into universities physically, and we are talking about late applications in this matter. Now, let me turn to the EFF Student Command and ask them about this campaign that you're driving and the reports that you want to shut down universities because they will not be allowing walk-ins this year. Tell us about your campaign.
Oh, well, the Sisovuna Ngani campaign is a national campaign that aims to ensure that students access tertiary institutions and the TVETs. But what's been happening with UWC is a different case. The UWC system is very reactionary. Whereas they say they've opened the late online applications, but when you get there where you have to select the programs, it doesn't show. It only shows postgrad programs. And students, because they are desperate, because they want to finally get the application number, because what's important is to have the application number, which can then help you to go to other faculties. But when you finally sign that postgrad program, you are told that no, you applied for a wrong program, we can't help you.
So tell me, how are you assisting students on the ground then, and how is this campaign, how is the university reacting to this campaign? Because it's obviously something that is not initiated by the university, and yet you're going ahead at the university trying to make sure that you speak to some of the late application students.
Okay. What happens, there's a late application form which student can fill. But the university has never communicated that with the students. That is actually a form, but through our intelligence, because EFF is school and we are learning, we finally managed to get that, and we've been submitting to the admin to jot that information down, and a couple of students have been getting responses from that, but many have not received any response, which will still have to look into that. But it's a different issue here because we're not the SRC, so it takes longer for us to finally have direct access to them.
What about claims that you want those students who failed in the 2018 academic year to register for free? Or are those reports correct?
No, that has never been the case. We didn't call for students that have not qualified to register for free. Our call is that they must be given a second chance to upgrade. The institution itself should open up platforms, because what we have now at UWC is the School of Governance, which helps students that did not meet the requirements to enroll in there, and then after that it automatically accepts them into the system. But to access that, you must have 30,000, and it demands 15,000 upfront payment, doesn't accept NSFAS, and majority of the students in South Africa are poor and can never have 15,000 rand cash.
Lastly, before I let you go, just quickly, what are your plans going forward? What are you going to be doing on the ground with your campaign?
We'll be consulting the masses on the way forward, because the direction doesn't just come from us. We are for the students, and everything that is due is pro students. So we hear them, we go to them and ask what are their cries and all that, and then we move from there. desperate times calls for desperate measures.
All right, thank you very much. The EFF Student Command here at the University of the Western Cape saying they're trying to assist as many late applications as possible, those students who didn't apply. And we did, like I said, speak to the registrar, and she said there are various reasons as to why some of the students didn't apply for the 2019 academic year. Some of them saying that they did not anticipate that their results will be looking good. Some of them saying that they've been working for 3 years and decided to just leave work and start coming to enroll at the University of the Western Cape. So there's various reasons as to why students haven't applied, but it doesn't look like there will be space for every single student that has applied at this particular university, Michelle.
Yeah, that is the challenge as always. Thanks very much for that. Atium Tungana live to us there from the University of the Western Cape.